Hello everyone. Welcome back to our Science and Technology December 2025 current affairs. This is part 2, and in part 1 we have already completed the first 8 important updates. In today's video we will continue with the next set of key science and technology developments which are highly important for UPSC, state PCS, SSC, banking and other competitive examination. So let's begin Science and Technology current affairs December 2025 part 2. So these are the updates which we are going to acquire the knowledge. First update is US FDA clears AMNAS AI tool for liver disease trials. US Food and Drug Administration, United States Food and Drug Administration approved AIM-NAS, the first AI-based tool for NAS clinical trials. So this helps in accurate assessment of liver fibrosis. Accurate assessment of liver fibrosis without repeated biopsies. There is no need of doing biopsy again and again. So it helps in getting the accurate assessment of disease liver fibrosis. So using with the help of machine learning, it helped to analyze liver histology images. So it helped in improving speed, consistency and reliability of clinical trials, expected to accelerate drug development for fatty liver disease. So US FDA clears AMNA's first artificial intelligence tool for liver disease, for fatty liver disease. Now, next update is Microsoft announces $17.5 billion investment in India's artificial intelligence ecosystem. So Microsoft announced $17.5 billion, 17.5 billion investment in India's AI ecosystem. So it focuses on areas include artificial intelligence infrastructure, artificial intelligence cloud and skilling. It aims to train millions of Indians. The Microsoft aims to train millions of Indians in artificial intelligence skills. So it strengthens India's role as global artificial intelligence hub. It also supports different types of startups, research institution and government initiative. Now next update is astronomy. From Astronomy update. Green glow seen in interstellar Green glow seen in interstellar comet 31 Atlas. Astronomers observed there is a presence of a green glow in interstellar comet. The comet is 31 Atlas. So the glow is due to diatomic carbon molecule, C2 molecule, interacting with sunlight. This glow is due to the diatomic carbon molecule interacting with sunlight. It confirms the comet's interstellar origin. It also provides insight into chemical composition of other star system. So it helps to understand early solar system formation process. Now, next update is NASA loses contact with Maven orbiter after 20 years at Mars. NASA loses contact with Maven orbiter after 10 years. After 10 years at Mars. So NASA lose contact with spacecraft. Name is a Maven, Maven. So Maven studies Mars upper atmosphere. It studied Mars upper atmosphere since 2014. So it helped explain how Mars lost its water and atmosphere. So it completed its mission well beyond original lifespan. So it marked a major contribution to planetary science. Now, next update is India's first brain stent trial for stroke launched at AIIMS Delhi. India's first brain stent trial for stroke, different type of strokes, happened at AIIMS Delhi. So India's first brain stem clinical trial was launched at AIIMS Delhi. So it aims to treat acute ischemic stroke patients. It uses minimally invasive neurointervention telescopic technology. It uses minimal invasive neurointervention technology. It can significantly reduce paralysis and death rate. because of so many stroke, the patient are suffering from paralysis and mortality. So it can significantly reduces paralysis and mortality. It means it is giving a milestone in advanced neurological care in India. Now next update is Chandrayaan 3. New findings from Chandrayaan 3 plasma activity seen at lunar south pole. Chandrayaan 3 detected plasma activity near the moon's south pole. Plasma interaction observed between solar wind and lunar surface. It was observed between solar wind and lunar surface. So it first such measurement from the lunar south polar region. It help in improving understanding of moon surface and space interaction. So it is important for future lunar mission. So it is also important for future lunar mission. Now next update is next generation CRISPR glow Cas9 enzyme lights up gene editing. So glow Cas9 is an advanced version of CRISPR technology, which we will going to learn in this video. What is CRISPR, Cas9, GlowCas9? So next generation CRISPR, GlowCas9 lights up gene editing. So it allows scientists to visually track gene editing, to track different types of gene editing in real time. It also increases precision and safety of gene modification. So it reduces unintended off-target effects. So it is very important breakthrough in promising for gene therapy and biomedical research. So gene therapy is what we are doing. We are doing for removing the defective gene, malnutrition genes to the correct one gene. So it helped to give the promising effect for gene therapy and biomedical research. Now next update is ISRO technologies transfer to industry through NSIL, boosting India's space technology. Boosting India's space technology. So ISRO transferred multiple technologies to Indian industries. It transferred multiple technologies to Indian industry. So it process handled through NSIL. So supports Make in India and private sector participation. It also boosts India's space economy and commercialization. It also encourages different type of startups in satellites, launch system and material. Now, next update is James Webb Telescope detect earliest known supernova from the early universe. James Webb Space Telescope detected the earliest known supernova. So it explosion occurred just a few million years after Big Bang. It provides clues about first generation of stars. It also help understand early galaxy formation. So with the help of this telescope, James Webb's telescope, it plays an important role in understanding deep universe exploration. So these are updates which we are going to learn. So US FDA, the update is US FDA clears MNAS first AI tool for liver disease clinical trials. Liver disease, it means fatty liver disease. The United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has officially qualified AIM-NAS. AIM means AI-based holistic measurement of NAS, making it the first artificial intelligence-based tool which is designed to support drug development trials for fatty liver disease. The United States Food and Drug Administration (FDA) has approved MNAS, which is the world's first artificial intelligence-based tool designed to support liver disease drug trials. It is developed by Boston-based Path AI. It is a cloud-based system which analyzes digital image of liver biopsies. After doing the liver biopsies, it help in analyzing the digital image of liver, which help in evaluating the metabolic liver dysfunction associated steatohepatitis, formerly known as NAS. So full form is MAS is metabolic dysfunction associated steatohepatitis. So this aims to make liver biopsy interpretation for metabolic dysfunction which is associated steatohepatitis MAS faster, fatty liver faster, to know about the fatty liver faster, more consistent and more reliable for clinical research. Now about artificial innovation for liver biopsy assessment, AIMNAS analyzes digital images of liver biopsy samples. It analyzes different digital images of liver biopsy samples, and it also provides a score key marker of any type of liver injury in biopsy. So it includes steatosis means fatty liver. Steatosis means fatty liver, hepatocellular ballooning, lobular inflammation, and liver fibrosis stage. These are the score key markers of liver injury. By providing quantified, it provides quantified standardized scoring. This tool helps pathologists, all pathologists, to streamline assessment that are traditionally time consuming and subject to variability. How AIMNAS support clinical trials, how it support clinical trials. In current mass trials, multiple experts independently review each liver biopsy. They independently review, analyze each biopsy, and often leading to delays and it often leading previously it is often leading to delays and inconsistent scoring of liver condition. AIMNAS reduces this bottleneck, this reduces this drawback by producing, with the help of rapid artificial intelligence generated scores, which is aligned with NAS clinical research network system. So human oversight remains central as the pathologists review full side liver images. Pathologists are able to review, to analyze full side liver images with the help of AI, provides AI outputs before confirming any results. So, steatosis is a fatty liver. Hepatocellular ballooning is cells. Liver cell. Liver cell is known as a hepatocytes. Liver cell swelling. Ballooning means liver cells swelling. Steatosis, liver, fatty liver. Ballooning is a liver cell swelling, and lobular inflammation are the three histologic features which defines non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, NAS-MAS. Non-alcoholic means that person is not consuming alcohol. So together with fibrotic staging, these features indicate active liver damage. So with the help of AI now, MNAS, we are pathologists are able to determine active liver damage. So fibrosis in this case often start in zone 3. Fibrosis start in zone 3 condition, progressing from perisinusoidal to bridging fibrosis F3, and ultimately to liver cirrhosis. So healthy liver, first stage fatty liver, liver fibrosis, and then liver cirrhosis, fourth stage. So these are the problem in healthy livers. So histological feature of MASLD is steatosis, which is a fatty liver. It means there is a presence of fat in that human body that is greater than or equal to 5% of hepatocytes, liver cell. Typically, these are macrovesicular. Macrovesicular means there is a presence of single large vacuole of fat that fills up the hepatocyte liver cell and displaces the nucleus, move the nucleus to the periphery of the cell. Now, next one is a hepatocellular ballooning. The next problem is a liver. Enlarged liver becomes enlarged, swollen also. Hepatocyte swollen, enlarged liver cell, hepatocytes with wispy cytoplasm representing injured liver cell. It is a key marker distinguishing NAS from simple steatosis. These are the difference between the steatosis, fatty liver, and hepatocellular ballooning. Now, about there is a presence of lobular inflammation. In lobular inflammation, there is a presence of cluster of inflammatory cell, lymphocyte cells, neutrophil cell within the liver lobule, often there is a presence of surrounding damaged cell, liver damaged cell. Now, next one, the problem the liver is associated is a Mallory-Denk bodies. Mallory-Denk bodies is eosinophilic material, misfolded proteins often found in which area? Ballooned hepatocytes, liver cell. So why accurate mass diagnosis matters for liver diseases? NAS is a progressive form. It is using artificial intelligence. A mass is a progressing form of knowing about the fatty liver disease, which is characterized by presence of excess fat in that human, inflammation of liver and scarring. If untreated, if this problem is untreated, it may advance to liver cirrhosis, which is the fourth stage of liver damage condition, and then liver failure, and even at last cancer. So, improving diagnostic accuracy and consistency is therefore important for evaluating new therapies with the help of artificial intelligence, with the help of NAS-MAS. It helps in improving drug development pipelines also. Now, about the transforming drug research with artificial intelligence integration. So, FDA notes that MNAS may significantly cut the time, reduce the time, and increase the resources needed for mass drug development by standardizing histologic assessment, reducing inter-observer variability. The tool represents a major step towards integrating artificial intelligence in clinical research workflows and improving patient outcomes, the patient who is suffering from liver problems. So, one liner recap: the US FDA approved MNAS, the first artificial intelligence based tool for liver disease clinical trials, making a milestone in artificial intelligence driven healthcare innovation. Exam oriented facts: MNAS is the first FDA approved AI tool for liver disease drug trials. It evaluates steatosis, inflammation, and fibrosis from digital biopsy images. It follows the NAS Clinical Research Network scoring system. Pathologists retain final authority over artificial assisted biopsy interpretation. So, pathologists got the final authority with the help of artificial intelligence biopsy interpretation. So these are the normal rival. Then there is a presence of fat accumulation, MASLs, MASH, and mass with fibrosis, steatosis, fatty liver, lobular inflammation, ballooning, degeneration. So these are the condition of the liver which is degenerating. Fibrosis stage 1, fibrosis stage 2, fibrosis stage 3, and fibrosis stage 4, and then it lead to cirrhosis. So healthy livers and genetic factors, mostly the genetic factor is insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes patient having the obesity. So gut, there is a formation of gut dysbiosis, excess fructose, more amount of cholesterol in body, alcohol consumption is more, and pollution and contaminants also the cause of this problem. So according to the MASLD, healthy livers become steatosis, mass and fibrosis, cirrhosis, and then is a presence of, then after the cancer will also take place. So normal hepatocytes, liver cells, 5% steatotic hepatocytes, then steatosis with lobular or portal inflammation, steatosis with hepatocyte following. So these are the distortion take place in liver cell ballooning, then aseptic conditions, mild chronic portal inflammation, portal fibrosis. Then there is a presence of mega problems, and then past districts resistance copper cells. So genetic background and various metabolic dysfunction contribute to the advancement of metabolic dysfunction associated liver disease, MASLD. So genetic background, genetic factors are also, some metabolic dysfunction are also associated with metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease. So including visceral obesity and type 2 diabetes are primary risk factor for this progression. Other factors is also there: gut dysbiosis, excess dietary fructose. If you're consuming more fructose, more amount of cholesterol, alcohol intake, environmental pollution, and food contaminants, these are also factors. So first hit: insulin resistant dysfunction, adiposity. This is a normal rival. Hepatitis virus, obesity, drugs given, and then substrate overload, glucose, fructose, saturated fat, unhealthy diet, physical inactivity, so steatosis, histosis, fibrosis, cirrhosis, and then hepatocellular carcinogenic, the liver become cancerous. So these are the problem. associated with the liver. MNAS, recently approved by US FDA, is used for AI-based analysis in liver disease clinical trials with the help of artificial intelligence. The primary advantage of AI tools like MNAS is in clinical trial is to improve accuracy, consistency, and speed of disease assessment. One line mains question is discuss the role of AI in transforming clinical trials and disease assessment with reference to FDA approval of MNAS. Next update is Microsoft announces $17.5 billion investment to boost India's AI ecosystem. So Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has announced amount is $17.5 billion. $70.5 billion investment to strengthen Indian artificial intelligence capabilities following a meeting with Prime Minister in New Delhi. So Indian Prime Minister in New Delhi. So this commitment marks Microsoft large ever investment in Asia, and it signals a major boost to India's ambition or of becoming a global, it boosts India's to become a global AI, artificial intelligence, global powerhouse. Now about largest regional investment targets AI infrastructure. This investment will support the expansion of India's cloud and high performance computing infrastructure, which are essential for large scale AI development. Microsoft plans to scale data center capacity. It helped to improve model training resources, and it also support the creation of sovereign digital system across various key sectors. So these are the largest regional investment targets, AI infrastructure. It also helped to boost AI skilling and workforce readiness. There is a significant portion of the initiative which are focused on AI skilling programs. The company aims to deepens to improve India's talent pipeline through advanced training modules are given. It also gives partnership with educational institution and targeted programs for different types of developers and enterprises preparing for artificial-led transformation. It also aligned with India's digital transformation goals. So the commitment reflects India's wide strategy to embed, to incorporate artificial intelligence across governance, healthcare, education, manufacturing, and financial services, etc. So Microsoft mostly emphasized that the investment aligned with the sectoral priorities, where artificial intelligence driven tools can improve different types of productivity. It also provides transparency and service delivery. It also helped in strengthening global AI leadership efforts. Microsoft new investment coincide with its broader global push to scale artificial intelligence adoption through products such as the products are Microsoft 365 Capilot and advanced cloud offering. So this investment coincide with broader global push to scale artificial intelligence through Microsoft 365 Capilot platform and advanced, and also using advanced cloud offerings. Indian official described the commitment as a substantial improvement, substantial boost to the India's artificial intelligence first trajectory, with detailed operational plans which are expected to be outlined in the coming months. One liner recap: Microsoft committed $17.5 billion to accelerate to improve India's AI ecosystem by expanding infrastructure, skilling, and innovation capacity. Exam-oriented fact: Microsoft announced $17.5 billion investment in India. The commitment is the company's largest in Asia. The investment focuses on AI infrastructure, skill, and sovereign systems. Satya Nadella made the announcement after meeting PM Modi. Prelims cost MCQ based: Microsoft $17.5 billion investment in India, primarily aimed at strengthening which of the following areas? AI infrastructure and skills. Which of the following is the likely outcome of large scale AI investment by global tech companies in India? Expansion of AI enabled services and innovation system. You go through all the MCQ points, and then try to differentiate it, which one is the correct. Now, mains question is given: examine the significance of major private sector investment in artificial intelligence for India's digital economy and technology self-reliance, with reference to Microsoft's recent commitment. Next update is astronomy update. Green glow seen in interstellar comet 31 Atlas. Interstellar comet, the comet is 31 Atlas. It has entered a highly active phase as it travels through move through the inner solar system, drawing a scientific attention taking a scientific attention with its rapid brightening and unusual. It provides a rapid brightening and unusual green glow. Recent observations show that the comet 31 Atlas originating beyond our it was originating beyond our solar system. It is undergoing chemical and physical changes. It is undergoing many type of chemical and physical changes when it interacts with solar heating. So it offers a rare insights into material formed around distant stars. It provides a rare new insights, new information into materials which are formed around distant stars. About green glow signals chemical activity, astronomers observed a different type of greenish hue emerging from comets, after its closer approach in late October. So this color is produced by diatomic C2 carbon molecules release diatomic carbon molecule release when frozen gases sublimate from the comet surface. When the frozen gases from the sublimate from the comet surface, it produces diatomic carbon C2 molecules and which release a distinct greenish color. So when exposed to sunlight, these molecules emit when exposed to sunlight, this because it releases C2 molecules, and when C2 molecule exposed to sunlight, it emits green light, which is a common phenomena in solar system comets, but it is unexpected. It is a common phenomena of releasing the molecules and molecular producing the light, but it is unexpected for 31 Atlas, which earlier appeared predominantly red. Earlier it was appeared as predominantly red color. Now it has produced green glow. So about solar heating drivers, brightening and tail formation. So as 31 Atlas comet warmed, ice and dust trapped with its nucleus, it's start vaporizing, forming orbit forming a orbit comma and elongated tail illuminated by sunlight. As 31 Atlas warmed, ice and dust it's trapped around its nucleus and it start vaporizing, forming a bright comma, and it's seen a elongated tail with the help of sunlight, exposed by sunlight. Multi-filter observation indicate a shift in composition since perihelion monitoring suggesting fresh material is being exposed. Such delayed responses to solar heating are typical in comets and may trigger further outbursts in the coming days. Now about the rare interstellar visitor with ancient reasons. 31 Atlas is the only third confirmed. It is only the third confirmed interstellar object detected following one Onuma and 21 Borisov. It is traveling on a hyperbolic orbit at roughly 21 lakh kilometer per hour. It will return to the solar system. 2 lakh 10,000 kilometer per hour. It will return to solar system. Scientists believe it may be among the largest and the oldest interstellar bodies which is observed so far, help in preserving material from early star forming environments. Scientific value for studying other solar system because it has icy composition, evolving jets and changing its chemistry. 31 Atlas act as a natural laboratory. It act as a natural lab for understanding different types of interstellar material. Continued global observation is happening. It aims to define estimates of its size, structure, and composition. It also helps scientists to reconstruct condition in ancient star system and deepen knowledge of how planetary materials forms across the galaxy. So Verlaine recaps interstellar comet 31 Atlas originating outside the solar system appeared green near Earth due to carbon-based C2 gases glowing under solar radiation with the help of sunlight. What to note for exams? 31 Atlas is the third known interstellar object detected from Aonama and the Borisov. The comet's green color is caused by diatomic carbon molecules excited by sunlight. It follows a hyperbolic orbit and it will permanently exit from the solar system. It is closest approach to Earth occur at about 270 million kilometers. 270 million kilometers. Interstellar comet 31 Atlas, recently observed near Earth, is termed as interstellar. It is a 270 million kilometers, to 1 or 270 million kilometers. Now, interstellar comets recently observed near Earth is termed interstellar because it entered the solar system. It entered the solar system from outside. From outside. So it is interstellar. Green color observed in comet 31 Atlas is primarily due to presence of diatomic carbon and some cyanogen gases. Mains question is given. Kindly practice after clearing pre. Next update is NASA loses contact with Maven orbiter after 10 years at Mars. NASA has lost contact with Mars atmosphere and volatile evolution MAVEN MAVEN spacecraft. Mars atmosphere and volatile evolution spacecraft. So NASA has lost contact with the MAVEN spacecraft, which has been orbiting the revolving the red planet for over a decade. For over 10 years, this space agency confirmed that the spacecraft abruptly stopped communicating with Earth after passing behind Mars. After passing behind Mars, it abruptly stopped communication with Earth. So it raises concern about the status of one of its most important Martian space mission, that is MAVEN, Mars atmosphere and volatile evolution. Sudden communication blackout. So it shows sudden communication blackout. No information, no communication. So according to NASA, MAVEN was functioning normally before it moved behind Mars relative to Earth. It was functioning, it was giving information normally before it moved behind Mars relative to Earth, which is relative to Earth. So it shows a routine phase during its orbit when communication is temporarily unavailable. Communication is not available when it moved behind Mars relative to Earth. However, when the spacecraft re-emerged after passing through behind the Mars, the spacecraft Maven spacecraft re-emerged. Ground station received no signal. No signal received. So engineers have since been attempting to re-stabilize contact with Maven spacecraft, but the spacecraft has remained silent, given no communication. So NASA has initiated detailed engineering investigation to determine whether the issue is linked to onboard system of Maven, power supply, or any other external factors. Now about mission launch to study Martian atmosphere. So launch in 2013, Maven enters Mars orbit in 2000. It was launched in 2013 but enters Mars orbit in 2014. So with the primary aim is to study the Mars planet's upper atmosphere. Its main aim to study the Mars planet upper atmosphere and its interaction with the solar wind. There is a data collected by the Maven mission. It played an important role in helping scientists to understand how Mars lost much of its how Mars lost much of its atmosphere. Mars is losing much of its atmosphere over billion of years. The findings supported the conclusion that intense solar activities striped away atmosphere gases, transforming Mars from once warmer, wetter planet into cold and air-rich world seen today. So there is a critical role in Mars exploration network. So beyond scientific observation, Marvin satellite has served a important communication center for NASA's surface mission. So it has supported data transmission, data transfer for the curiosity and preservance rovers. It helped in enabling the flow of images, providing the flow of images and scientific measurements back to Earth. The loss of Maven satellite could reduce redundancy in mass communication. We cannot reuse it again in mass communication. Although NASA has confirmed that other orbiters remain operational, remain operational to support ongoing mission. About other active NASA orbiters around Mars, NASA currently has two other active spacecraft orbiting Mars. The Mars Reconnaissance orbiter, the two other active spacecraft which is orbiting Mars planet. The first one is the Mars Reconnaissance orbiter, which is launched in 2025. It continues to provide high resolution imaging of Mars and communication support to Mars. Provides communication support to Mars. Second one is the Mars Odyssey, which is launched in 2001. It was launched in 2001, remains the longest serving spacecraft at the planet and supports both scientific observation and relay operation. So these missions are expected to maintain continuity in to know about the Mars as the efforts continue to diagnose Maven's communication failures. Effort is going on to know about the what is the reason behind the Maven's communication failure. Exam-oriented facts, MAVEN stand for Mars Atmosphere and Volatile Evolution. The spacecraft launched in 2013 and reached Mars in 2014. MAVEN studied the interaction between the Martian atmosphere and solar winds. It also functions as a communication relay for Mars rovers. So, MCQ Maven recently news after NASA lost contact with it were launched to primarily study Mars atmosphere and its loss to space. The Maven mission helps scientists understand which of the following about Mars. So it is about the why Mars lost most of its atmosphere. The reason that it's just a search to know about what is the reason behind the Mars losing its atmosphere, most of its atmosphere over billion of years. One liner recap: NASA lost contact with Maven orbiter after a decade long mission that significantly enhanced understanding of Mars atmospheric loss. Next update is India's first brand stent trial for stock launch at AIIMS Delhi. So AIIMS Delhi has marked a major milestone, a major breakthrough in India's heart stroke care ecosystem by conducting the country's first. Delhi is now successfully conducting the India's first dedicated clinical trial of an advanced brain stent for severe advanced conducting a clinical trial of brain stent for different types of severe strokes. So the trial known as this trial known as a grassroot. The trial known as a grassroot. Brain state trial is a trial known as a grassroot. Evaluated the supernova stent it gave the supernova stent which was developed by Gravity Medical Technology and help in demonstrating strong safety and efficacy outcomes. The trial name is a grassroot. Evaluated the supernova stent, which is developed by Gravity Medical Technology, and it help in demonstrating about the strong safety and efficacy outcomes for severe stocks. So these achievement position India among a select group of advanced group of countries capable of independently producing high quality clinical evidence for advanced neurointerventional devices, providing advanced neurointerventional devices. So it is India's first domestic stroke device trial. The trial name is a grassroots trial, which represent the first time a novel new type of stroke treatment device. It has been clinically tested, validated, and approved in India based entirely on domestic. It is based entirely on domestic data. So AIIMS Delhi served as a national coordinating center and the lead enrolling site. It conducted across 8 centers. It is conducted across 8 centers. The trial is conducted on 8 centers. It focused on patient with life-threatening large vessel occlusion strokes. The patient get the large vessel occlusion strokes, a condition requiring a rapid and precise intervention to reduce disability and death rate. So it only that the outcome is to get the rapid and precise intervention to help in reducing the disability and death rate among the for severe strokes patient. Now about clinical result and regulatory approval, finding from grassroots trials showed excellent safety and efficacy of the Supernova. The name of the stent is Supernova. So it provides excellent safety and efficacy of the Supernova stent in restoring blood flow during several strokes. So it also, this result were published in the journal. The name of the journal is the Journal of Neurointerventional Surgery, which is a part of the British Medical Journal Groups. It is a part of British Medical Journal Group, Neurointerventional Surgery. So based on these outcomes, the Central Drug Standard Control Organization approved the Supernova stent. Central Drug Control Organization approved the Supernova stent retrieval for routine clinical use in India, making it the India's first stock device. Supernova state is India's first stock device cleared through a homegrown, which is get the confirmation through a homegrown clinical trial. Accepted. It is accepted. Now, innovation tailored for Indian patient. The Supernova stent has been specifically designed to address India's stroke burden, where patients often experience strokes as a younger age compared to Western population. Indian population is getting strong at its younger age as compared to Western population. So it is developed under the Make in India initiative. The device has already been used to treat more than 300 patients across Southeast Asia. With domestic manufacturing now planned, the Supernova stent is expected to be available at more affordable, less cost, expanding access to advanced stroke care for Indian patients. There are some implications also for Indian medical research landscape. Expert has described grassroots trial as a turning point for Indian medical innovation. It also demonstrates that India can design, execute, and regulate clinical trial of global standard. The success of Supernova stent trial by AIIMS Delhi is expected to strengthen confidence in Indian research capabilities and also help in improving life-saving therapies and encourage further development of advanced medical devices within the country. Exam-oriented facts are AIIMS Delhi coordinated India's first clinical trial of an indigenous homemade stock device. The stock device is the Supernova stents. The grassroots trial results were published in the Journal of Neurointerventional Surgery. Central Drug Standard of Organization CDSCO approved the Supernova stent based on domestic clinical data of India. India reports an estimated 1.7 million stroke cases annually. So it is very alarming. So even though youngs are also getting strokes. So now about that, AIIMS Delhi has achieved a major breakthrough by conducting India's first dedicated clinical trial, and that is a grassroots, means first dedicated clinical trial. Name is grassroots. Introduce Supernova stent retriever designed to treat different types of strokes. The trial demonstrates excellent safety and high efficacy with a approximately success rate is 94% success rate in restoring blood flow, marking a milestone in affordable Make in India stroke care. So the device is an advanced India-made developed device to use to remove different types of blood clots from brain arteries. So this device is used to remove different many blood clots from brain arteries during severe strokes. If a patient gets severe strokes, this device used to remove blood clots from brain arteries, specifically designed for India's younger patient. It is specifically designed to treat younger patient who is getting stroke. So the trial is AIIMS New Delhi, and outcome and approval is the trial showed the device is highly effective, restoring blood flow in approximately 94% of cases, often on the first or second attempt. Brainstem clinical MCQ recently news was conducted by AIIMS Delhi. The primary purpose of brain stent in stroke management is to restore blood flow by opening blocked cerebral arteries. Well, and a recap, AIMS Delhi launched India's first dedicated brain stent clinical trial, marking a major step forward in advanced stroke care and neurointerventional research. Next update is new finding from Chandrayaan 3 plasma activity seen in at lunar south pole. So India's Chandrayaan 3 mission has uncovered surprising details about the electrically active region. It has given a detail about the electrically active region just above the moon's south polar surface. So Chandrayaan 3 mission has given information about that there is a presence of electrically active region just above the moon's south polar surface. So it gives a direct measurement from the Vikram lander so that the near surface plasma is far denser and more energetic than earlier remote estimates, offer a new insight into the lunar ionosphere. About plasma formation and solar interaction, how the plasma formation and solar interaction take place. The moon's plasma environment arise from solar wind particles. So after the collision of solar wind particles, the moon's plasma environment arises, give rise to photoelectric charging caused by and this photoelectric charging caused because of sunlight and occasional entry into Earth's magnetotail. So this process creates a thin but dynamic ionized layer above the surface. Although this layer is electrically neutral, overall plasma responds strongly to electromagnetic forces, making it making it different from ordinary gases. So there are some key finding from Brahma LP instrument also. Chandrayaan 3's Lagmyor probe at Shiv Shakti point Chandrayaan 3 Lagmyor probe at which points Shiv Shakti point recorded there is a presence of electron densities which is ranging between 380 to 600 particles per cubic centimeter, which is significantly higher than values inferred get from radio occultation studies. So the presence of electrons also exhibits kinetic temperatures of roughly 3000 to 8000 Kelvin. So these indicates a unexpectedly energized increased plasma layer in the moon's southern high latitudes. So visible plasma it's because of there is a presence of variable plasma which is influenced by lunar orbit. The plasma density and energy fluctuated as the moons move through sunlight and into Earth's magnetic tail. So during during daytime, solar wind interacted move very speedily, while within the magnetotail, particle streams from Earth deferred the plasma composition and behavior. So finding also point to contribution from molecular ions, including those formed from carbon dioxide. So these plasma formation take place not only by the molecular ions, it is also there is a presence of CO2 and water vapors, expanding the understanding of ionospheric chemistry, which increases the understanding of ionospheric chemistry. There are few implications for future lunar exploration also. The measurement offer essential baseline data for mission which are operating near the South Pole, where plasma condition could affect the communication system, surface charging, and instrument performance. By giving direct observation, Chandrayaan 3 strengthens India's contribution to global lunar science and advances understanding of moon's electrically active environment. So Chandrayaan 3 help in providing global lunar science information, and it also providing advancement to know the understanding of moon's electrically active environment. About exam oriented facts, Chandrayaan 3 provides first direct near surface plasma measurement seen at the South Pole. So electron density measured 380 to 600 centimeter cube. Temperature is 3000 to 8000 Kelvin. Plasma varies with solar wind exposure and entry into the Earth's magnetotail. So Rambha LP was developed by Space Physics Laboratory VLCC. Now, Chandrayaan-3 recent observation related to energetic plasma environment are significantly mainly because they help in understanding interaction between solar wind and the lunar surface. The lunar south pole is a specific scientific interest primarily due to presence of permanently shadowed region. There is a presence of shadow region with possible water ice, water vapors. Now, one-liner recap. Chandrayaan-3 detected an energetic plasma environment near the moon south pole, improving understanding of solar wind with solar wind lunar surface interaction with future mission planning. Next update is next gen CRISPR GLOW-Cas9 light up gene editing. So new breakthrough in gene editing. So team of scientists at the Bose Institute, Kolkata has engineered a glowing CRISPR protein that allows real-time observation of genome editing inside living cells. So it helps in editing the gene inside living cell. The name is a GLOW-Cas9. The innovation name is a GLOW-Cas9. It marks a major advancement in the field of gene therapy. So, where visualizing gene editing machinery has long been a scientific challenge. So, gene therapy to remove the defective gene from the patient. So there are few limitations of traditional CRSPR monitorings. So CRSPR Cas9 technology we are using traditionally revolutionized gene correction by enabling precise DNA cutting and repair. So CRSPR Cas9 technology are able to do the defective gene correction with the healthy gene by help in cutting the DNA, defective DNA cutting and the repair of that DNA. So, however, researchers could not observe Cas9 actively as it occurred because existing detection method required cell fixation, cell destruction. So this prevented real-time tracking of gene editing events. It also limiting understanding of how the molecular machinery behaves within the living system, how it works under the human beings living system. Now about the design and function of GLOW-Cas9. New system fuses Cas9 with a split nanoluciferase enzyme. So this Cas9 enzyme is fuses with a split nanoluciferase enzyme which are and these nanoluciferase enzyme are derived from deep sea shrimp proteins. Deep sea shrimp proteins. When Cas9 folds correctly, this nanoluciferase enzyme fragments reunite and emit light. It produces lights, creating a built-in indicator of gene editing activity. So Cas9, the new system use Cas9 with a split nanoluciferase enzymes, and Cas9 fold correctly. This enzyme fragments reunite after cutting the defective DNA. It reunites and then it produces light, creating a built-in indicator of gene editing activity. So the resulting light production bioluminescent response help monitoring of CRISPR operation in living cell, in living tissues and even plant leaves without causing any harm to them. What are the advantages of gene therapy and precision editing? GLOW-Cas9 demonstrate greater thermal stability than conventional enzyme used. It is an important attribute for therapeutic application where sustained enzyme performance is needed. The system also improved homology-directed repair, the pathway responsible for correcting inherited mutation linked to disease such as sickle cell anemia and muscular dystrophy. The researchers showcase its precision by inserting a programmed DNA sequence corresponding to Acharya into a genome. But there are few implications for gene editing and future research also. By merging gene editing with real-time visual output, GLOW-Cas9 inaugurate the field of tracking, enabling scientists to watch therapeutic gene correction as it's unfold when it unfolds. So its ability to function in plant system also hint at non-transgenic pathway for also help in improving the crop improvement. So the development to remove the defective gene. The development represent a step towards safer, more precise gene therapies where molecular processes can be monitored continuously within the living organism. Exam-oriented fact, GLOCAS9 is a bioluminescent CRSPR protein engineered at the Bose Institute. It uses split nanoluciferase fragment that emit light when Cas9 activates. The system improves thermal stability and boosts homology-directed repair. Published in Agnebande Chemie International Edition in 2025. So GLOCAS9 in news is best described as fluorescent tool to track CRSPR based gene editing. The main advantage of GLOCAS9 technology is that it allows real-time visualization of CRSPR and Cas9 activity. One line recap, GLOCAS9 is a novel fluorescent CRSPR based tool that enables real-time tracking of gene editing, improving precision and safety in genetic research. So CRSPR protein is known as a Cas. CRSPR associated proteins are enzymes, and enzymes are nucleus enzyme. And it acts as a CRSPR protein is act as a molecular scissor, means it's cutting a DNA at a specific location, and it is always guided by RNA. CRSPR proteins are a molecular scissor, means it's cutting defective DNA at a specific location. It is guided by RNA, and it is derived from where? From bacterial immune system. They are essential for genome editing, such as Cas9 or Cas12 by binding to and creates double stranded breaks in target DNA to modify, to delete, or to insert genetic sequences. So, key CRSPR proteins and types are Cas9, Cas12A, dCas9. So, Cas9 is a well known foundation protein for gene editing that creates site specific double stranded breaks, so help in removing the defective genes. Cas12-1A is also known as CPF1, another nucleus enzymes which is used for gene editing with different targeting properties than Cas9. dCas9 also is a deactivated Cas9 that binds to DNA. It binds to DNA without cutting it. It means no need to cut the DNA. It allows for gene regulation with the help of activation interference rather than cutting. So there is a cascade also protein that complex of multiple cascade protein that works together to identify defective genes and binds to viral DNA and then modify it. So mechanism of action is targeting, binding, and cleaving. So CRSPR protein binds with a custom designed guide RNA. Process is given, and then a complex scans DNA for a specific protospacer adjacent motif sequence which is necessary for its, such as the target sequence, important for knowing the where to bind it. Then once the guide RNA bind to the matching DNA, guide RNA bind to the matching DNA, guide RNA bind to the matching DNA sequence, the Cas protein Cas9 act as an endonuclease to cut the DNA, to cut the defective DNA. So these are the method. Cas9 is an enzyme that act like a molecular scissor to cut DNA. Scientists creates a genetic sequence called a guide RNA that pairs with a piece of DNA that want to delete or insert or change. We have to delete or insert or change the defective gene. Then the guide RNA stick to Cas9 in the cell, and together they seek out the target DNA sequence. Then afterward, Cas9 unjig means cut the target DNA and allow the guided RNA to find a match of healthy gene. Then Cas9 goes in with the molecular scissor and cut the targeted DNA. 5. The once cut enzyme in the cell repair the DNA, disabling or altering the DNA, altering the defective gene. So CRSPR proteins are Cas protein enzymes, nucleus, molecular scissor cut DNA at a specific location guided by RNA. Application and components is gene editing to edit DNA, defective DNA in various organisms with high precision. Anti-CRSPR protein, these are a specialized protein that can block or regulate the CRSPR Cas system. It is also used in therapeutics in making different types of medicines used in therapies or diseases including sickle cell diseases and hereditary diseases. So, how does CRSPR Cas9 work? So these are the process we have learned already. So it adapted for defense mechanism against virus or bacteria. Cas9 is an enzyme usually guide RNA leading to cut target DNA sequence. Desired genetic sequence could add in repairing system for customized DNA. So it help in gene editing. So GLOCAS9, about the GLOCAS9 which is used is an innovative bioluminescent CRSPR Cas9 protein developed by Bose Institute of Calcutta in December. It acts as a molecular seizure that emit light. When it present, it emit thermostable GLOCAS9, it emit light, and which activate allow real-time non-toxic visualization of gene editing, removing the, it is an in vivo in laboratory process, and it used in living cell tissues and plant. It is used by fusing with Cas9 and nanoluciferase enzymes known as GLOCAS9. Key features and benefit: help in real-time monitoring mechanism is given. It had enhanced stability, tracking means enable the observation of therapeutic gene editing in real time, important for treating diseases like muscular dystrophy and sickle cell anemia, hereditary disease, and it is non-invasive. It can be used in living system without causing any harm to the plant and to human, and it also used in agriculture application for crop improvement. So GLOCAS9 is a major challenge in gene therapy by allowing scientists to see exactly where and when editing is required in defective gene. Now, next update is ISRO technologies transfer to industry through NSIL, boosting India's space economy. So India Space Sectors continues to expand its industry partnership at New Space India Limited, strengthens technology transfer mechanism with private entities. As the commercial arm of the Department of Science, NSIL plays an important role in licensing technologies which is developed by Indian Space Research Organization to domestic industries under a structured and transparent framework. A scale of technology and transfer activities as on date, NSIL New Space India Limited has executed 70 technology transfer agreement with Indian companies. So these agreements help industries to utilize advanced space related technologies which is developed by ISRO for commercial and strategic application. The process is governed by technology transfer agreements and non-disclosure agreement to safeguard confidential and commercially sensitive information. NSIL maintains a strong commitment to Right to Information Act. Although agreements contain many confidentiality clauses, the organization has also provided names and details of industries which are receiving ISRO technologies in response to RTI request, Right to Information Act. So public information is also available on available technologies, guidelines, and transfer process is accessible through ISRO, InSpace, and NSIL websites. It is accessible through ISRO, InSpace, and NSIL website, reflecting proactive disclosure under Section 4. Reflecting proactive disclosure under Section 4 of the Act. So regulatory and oversight mechanism, InSpace serve as a facilitator to provide sector participation, while NSIL is a licensor responsible for executing transfers. A dedicated technology transfer committee evaluates each request to ensure there should be fairness and accountability. It also uses independent oversight system to uphold, to provide transparency, particularly in cases involving confidentiality clauses and NDS. There are few limits on disclosure and commercial sensitivity. So these elements fall under the statutory exemption, ensuring that sensitive intellectual property and competitive interests are protected while maintaining overall transparency in Indian space technology ecosystem. Exam-oriented facts: NSIL has signed 70 technology transfer agreements with Indian industries. Technology transfer involve TTS and NDA with confidentiality protection. InSpace act as a facilitators, helper. NCIL is the licensor of ISRO technologies, and commercially sensitive detail are exempt from disclosure under Section 8(1)(d) of the RTI Act. So, New Space India Limited is a PSU under the Department of Science. The primary objective of transforming ISRO technology to industry through NSIL is to commercialize space technology and promote private participation. So, which of the following correct is the commercial arm of ISRO? Technology transfer of ISRO through NSIL directly supports Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, And these which sector benefit most from ISRO NSAR technology transfers? So heavy industry and MSIs. So ISRO transferred its space technology to Indian industry through NSIL for commercial use. Next update is James Webb Telescope detects earliest known supernova from the early universe. So James Webb Space Technology has captured the image of earliest supernova. It offers scientists an unprecedented glimpse into stellar death in the universe first billion years. So this finding provide critical insight, critical knowledge into how massive early star lived fast, explosive lives, and seeded young galaxies with elements which are essential for plants and life. So it provides information about how massive early stars lived fast, explosive lives, and seeded young galaxy with elements which are essential for plants and life. So, discovery of supernova from the universe dawn. Astronomers detected faint brightness changes in a small compact galaxy dating back to the first billion years after the Big Bang. So they notice James Webb Telescope near infrared instruments revealed a little light variation between observations. It helped researchers to reconstruct the fading pattern of a stellar explosion that occurred when early star formation was at its peaks. So these early stars were massive, short-lived, and highly influential in shaping primitive galaxies. So these are the way of discovery of supernova from the universe dawn. Clues from the light curve and explosion signature. Analysis points to a core collapse supernova arising from a giant star that rapidly exhausts its nuclear fuel. The star collapse triggered a powerful outburst. It creates a powerful outburst, scattered heavy elements into surrounding, then there is a formation of scattered heavy elements into surrounding space because of this scattering. Waves detected this event through its diminishing brightness, helping astronomers to study how such explosion enrich the early reach the early interstellar medium and accelerate the chemical evolution of infant galaxies. So the importance of host galaxy environment, the supernova appeared in a dense, rapidly star forming galaxy consistent with models of early cosmic evolution. So such environment generated many massive stars producing frequent energetic explosion that stirred glasses, changed gravitational structure and influenced new star formation. So study the surrounding helps scientists understand how early galaxies evolved before maturing into large systems which are seen today. There are few implications for cosmic evolution. The discovery reshaped timeline for when galaxy first become chemically enriched. The detection show that cycle of star birth and explosive death begin much earlier and more vigorously than previously thought. By identifying such distant event, Webb is enabling researchers to refine models of early cosmic turbulence, matter distribution, and element formation. So it is helping opening doors to uncover even older and more ancient stellar explosion. So exam-oriented fact, Webb detected the earliest recorded supernova with the help of near-infrared imaging. Supernova occurred within the universe first billion years. Evidence points to a core collapse explosion of a massive low metallicity year. Early supernova supplied the heavy elements needed for plants and complex chemistry. The James Webb Space Telescope detected the earliest known supernova primarily due to which capability? It's because of the infrared observation by redshift light. But let me recap, the James Webb Space Telescope detected the earlier known supernova by observing the infrared light from the early universe. So James Webb Telescope detected the earliest known supernova GRB by utilizing near infrared camera instrument to capture the fading light of a massive star that exploded 73 millions after Big Bang. So the detection was a part of quick turnaround observation programmed by prompted by gamma ray burst. There is a gamma ray burst. Gamma ray burst first identified by SVOM satellite So supernova, what is a supernova? Supernova is a closer luminous explosion marking the end of massive star life cycle, briefly outshining entire galaxies and releasing large amount of energy. So triggered by core collapse or thermonuclear runaway, these events scatter heavy elements across the universe. About Big Bang is a leading scientific theory for the origin of the universe, proposing that it expanded from an extremely hot, dense singularity approximately 13.8 billion years ago. So these are about the today's update. Kindly watch the next video. Stay consistent. Thank you for watching.